fourth of QuickTake. I'm here with my co-host Nicholas Todd Aberley. How you doing today?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
All right, so we just finished our last episode with the Capitol being run down. We're trying to lighten the mood with this topic. So the Weeknd just recently had plastic surgery, and it was showed up there in a new music video. What's your thoughts on it?
I was shocked, man. I didn't believe it at first. I thought it was like special effects or something like for his video.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm like still trying to process it in my mind and get used to it because I'm just like, okay, he doesn't look like how I remember him now. What's your thoughts?
So my thoughts is just like, a lot of people have insecurities, and I feel like this is just one of them.
Yeah.
Like, why would you get plastic surgery if you're okay with like your looks?
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people have the misconception that money means happiness, but this guy has all the money in the world, and it's like he's still insecure about his face.
Yeah.
So much that he has to get plastic surgery, and it's crazy in the world we live in that it's okay.
Yeah. And so that's why, like, I don't know. You think of like the Kardashians or anything like that you can see like how when they got that stuff, they became models and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I remember like seeing The Weeknd and seeing like all these memes about people coming out and like kind of making fun of him at first.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, if that's what he wants and if that's what he likes, go for it, bro. Like if that's what you love and what you want, then who's for us to say if like our opinions matter?
Yeah. If it makes him happy, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
But it comes from insecurity. Like when for me, it comes back to like Kanye. It comes back to like Drake. Like you see all these like famous people who's insecure. Like Drake, had his whole kid exposed to the internet, and it was a bunch of memes. And then Kanye is like always going on these weird rants, and it's just all comes from like insecurity. I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you publicly like criticize them, like they're sensitive about their art, and like I don't know, it's just like money doesn't mean happiness. It just means that you have to love yourself first, and I feel like a lot of these artists don't, and I feel like that's kind of makes them great artists. Is that I was telling one of my friends like you have to be like kind of bipolar to write great music because you have to like go through the good. You have to feel like extreme emotions to write those records that are hits. Yeah.
If like you want to connect to the right audiences who are feeling the exact same thing, you got to be able to connect on an emotional level with them. Like you can't just sing about something you never experienced. So these guys have to go through it, whether it's their own past experiences or whatever they're living through right now.
It's almost like they have to go exaggerate it, or not exaggerate it, but they have to like go deep into that emotion and write those records.
Yeah.
It's like something I'm not able to do. Like if I get sad, I'm like, nah. I feel terrible for the whole day.
Go down memory lane.
That just ruins my whole day. So like, that's something that makes me sad. I just try to like push it off, like shove it to the side. But like to write really good records that connect to the people. It's like I heard somebody say that like Eminem, like the reason why Eminem has like all these like great super loyal fans is because he talks about all the crazy stuff. Like he talks about his mom, like wanting to murder his mom and his girlfriend, his baby mama, and it's like these crazy stuff. And it's like you have to go through it. You have to go deep and dive into those films.
Yeah, and that's why like when an artist is speaking genuine about their stories they portray in their songs.
Yeah,
like you can kind of tell when somebody's like kind of BSing about like. You say like some really nice rich boys like, yeah, I grew up in the hood, went through the struggle and the grind.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you went through like, you have like all this money given to you and all this stuff. And like you have to, like how we said, you got to go through all that stuff to be able to experience it. And that's why like, that's what makes these artists so unique and so memorable is because they went through all that stuff. And that's why, people feel the genuine emotion that comes with it.
Did you see all the memes? Like they compared him to Squidward.
Yeah, Squidward, and then that you remember that Ants movie a long time ago? Yeah, they made him look like those ants that have like those hardcore like cheekbones and jawlines and everything. I don't know, like I saw.
Would you get plastic surgery?
Hell no. I'll deal with my shit. I know I ain't the greatest looking, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Would you ever get plastic?
No, not me. Like I'm scared of any doctors, to be honest. I'm scared to get shots. Like
that's what's crazy, dude. Is like I've seen older people that like when they get these facelifts, Botox,
Yeah.
or anything like that, when they get older, you can see it, dude, and they just kind of look like Barbie dolls or something. Like they don't look real.
They look fake. Yeah, it doesn't look natural, and you kind of lose it.
It kind of scary a little bit, but that's why, like, you know, I saw his music video that came out with this song, and it does. I don't know if you noticed it, but in his singing, he kind of sounds swollen.
Yeah.
Like he can't really pronounce or like move his lips around as much as he can. I don't know if it's still post surgery recovery that he's going through with all this. Like he's like a little bit swollen or whatnot.
Yeah.
Or even, what if this isn't real? Is it real?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because I've seen a lot of people that are saying like, "Oh, this is cool makeup that he put on this music video," and somebody commented, "It ain't makeup." I don't know.
Like for me, it's like if I were to get plastic surgery, I would have like the terrible look. Like, do you know about Connie's mom? About how she had plastic surgery and then she died from plastic surgery, and that's kind of why he like went off the rails. That would be me. I feel like I would be like the 0.00% that dies from having plastic surgery.
Would be our luck, bro.
Our luck, yeah.
That's what like a lot of people say. Like if you get plastic surgery and all that, from that one guy that we were talking with, he was just like, you know, a lot of people get cancer and all that stuff because of that plastic inside the body or whatever. You know, it's just the body's not made for any stuff like that. So you know, there's health defects that come with it. So Weeknd, you make some great music. I don't really care what you look like.
I just hope there's an album all the way because I'm a big Weeknd fan. Yeah, not a fan of the surgery, but you know the music's really good.
I'm glad I don't watch the music videos as long as you sound the same. I don't care. You make some great hits, bro. Oh man.
Oh, plastic surgery. That's wild.
Such a great thing.
I was good. You know you follow some people on Instagram with plastic surgery.
I don't know, man. It's just like I've never really known any men that get plastic surgery like that. Unless there's a lot of famous people out there that get it done, but without anyone knowing. Like, which I know The Rock. I think The Rock did have some.
Did he? No way.
He had some like Botox, some stuff done to him. Yeah. I don't know if you.
I mean, Botox is different than plastic surgery.
Yeah,
it's more for the skin, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like a facelift. I think. Yeah. But other than that, though, like I don't really know any other men that do it. But unless they do it like so low key that nobody knows they did it, I don't know. But you know, as long as you keep making music, I guess go for it, bro.
I mean, like it all comes from insecurity. Like if he wasn't insecure about his face, he would just let it be. Like for me, it's like you gotta own your insecurities. Like that's kind of what makes you you. To be honest, like nobody in this world's perfect. So just kind of if you own it, like not a lot of people will bother you about it.
Yeah, and that's why I think like with these artists, no matter what you do, bro, you're gonna get backlash for anything that you do, and that's what I've noticed with like a lot of these artists is like they do one thing and then like 1,000 people will hate you. You do another thing and then a different 1,000 people will hate you. It don't matter what you're gonna do, you know they're gonna hate you, and I don't know if it's because of that there's so much hate of like ridicule and all that stuff that happened to him that drove him to do this. Yeah, like kind of like how you're saying with the insecurities. Like, I can imagine how you can have like no insecurity and be okay with yourself, but if you have like thousands and thousands of people pointing out every single flaw that you have, you might want to try to fix it. But I think this might have been a little bit over the top. But
so, how much of this do you think is because of like social media? You know, like everybody blames the filters, everybody blames like what was that one app that like changes your body or whatever? It was like face smash, something like that. It was something that like you
like face swap.
Yeah, or something like that. It's like something that like changes your face and make you look like more
younger, youthful, and all that other stuff. Yeah, there is all that stuff, and I do think it's a big, huge influence. Like is social media and all that other stuff. The internet's a cruel place if you go down the wrong path. Like, it can do some bad.
Those memes will hurt you.
Exactly, dude. Like people will make anything for a good laugh these days. So I think it might have been, social media that drove him.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I think the Weeknd, like I feel like you should be above this, man. You're one of the biggest artists of the generation. You're one of the most talented artists in our generation. Like, you shouldn't have to do this. Like, there's no I don't know who's chasing to get plastic surgery for. Like, you could probably get any girl you want. It's like, why do you need plastic surgery to get he's chasing that? He's obviously chasing after something. It's like, do you think the girl's gonna like you more with this plastic surgery than they would have before?
Mm.
I don't know.
It kind of reminds me of that J. Cole song, "Crooked Smile."
Yeah.
Like how he made it this far with it and he didn't even get his teeth fixed and all that other stuff. And that's a really good thing.
It's a mindset. It's just like a good mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, no matter how big.
But if you think about all the R&B singers, I guess you think about like Usher, you think about like all the fit people in the R&B game, like, and it's the Weeknd.
Oh, Biggie Smalls,
like Usher, Chris Brown, like all those good-looking guys.
They're all fit and all that other stuff. Like,
can dance and everything.
I don't think I could do that.
Come to think about it, maybe I would get plastic surgery.
I'll go work out for a good while,
Yeah.
And, I don't think I can make it in that world. I'm gonna stick to ghost hunting where it's dark and you can't see all of me.
My only competition is Aaron.
Love you, Aaron, if you ever see this in the future.
Okay, so we're gonna end the episode right here. Click like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. We appreciate all you guys.